Hi, I'm Skylar. Today I'd like to give a quick tutorial on how to create a Lomo-style image in Aperture. Let's take a quick look at what Lomo-style means. So here I'm in Aperture, and these are photographs that were actually made with a Lomo. So take this boat, for example. This is an image that I whipped up, and you can see I've added a bunch of different bricks like chromatic aberration, my exposure control, a little bit of a saturation and definition bump. Then my curves, this is the most important part, and I'll get to that in a moment. A little bit of levels action going on, and most importantly, my vignette, and this down here, which is the secret sauce. That's where the grain is, and I'm going to show you how to create grain in Aperture. It's a really cool trick. First thing you're going to do is create a new library. So go to File, switch to New Library, Other, or New, and click Create New. All right. Just name it Test, why not, and stick it on your desktop. Okay, and Aperture will switch to it. I want to get a photograph in here, so I'll just open up Finder and grab a picture, drag it in. Okay, I've got an image. It doesn't have to be the image you want to use, any old image will do. Now, select your Burn tool and paint a big B on the image. Crank it up, see it's really clear. Now, hide that one for a moment and do the same thing with Dodge, except obviously you're going to use a D. Okay, so now we've created those two different bricks here for Dodge and Burn. Go ahead and close the library. Command Q. So here are the different images. I've got two for Burn and Dodge, right? These are layer masks, essentially. So I'm going to open the Burn image in Photoshop. Okay, here I see it. Now select all and delete the contents. You can fill it with 50% gray. Now go up to Filter, Noise, and Add Noise. Make it as noisy as you want or as not noisy as you want. It's totally up to you, and you'll probably do a lot of experiments. Okay, that's great. And now I'm just going to save it. Okay, so I've just saved that, and it overwrote the original TIFF file. Now I'm just going to invert that grain pattern. So hold down Command and press I, and copy. Now go back to Finder and open up the other one, your Dodge. Open that in Photoshop. And erase this. Paste it in. Merge the layers. It's actually an important thing to do because it's going to save you file size. Okay, so now you've created those two different masks, and what we're going to do is go back to your Aperture library. So open up Test again. And what you'll see once it loads, that our B and our D go away and will be replaced by green. The magic of masks. There we are. So you can adjust the amount of grain by changing these sliders. Make sure that those are the only two adjustments you have on the image. Now click Effects and Save as Effect. Give it a title. And click OK. All right, now you can close this library. And in fact, you could even delete it if you wanted. So I'm going to switch back to my other library. Go back to the project where I have that image. Go to my Adjustments, click Effects, and I can add my grain. So now you can replicate all the other different things. Adjust your curves, get your contrast just right, add the chromatic aberration. I did that on this image in order to give it a really authentic feel. If you zoom in a little bit, you'll see right around here, we've got some good aberration. It looks really interesting and highly textured. So that in a nutshell is how you can create a grain texture for Aperture. and then apply effects to make it look like an image that was made by a Lomo LCA. Thanks for watching. I'm Skylar.